Tobago has a rich legacy of entrepreneurship. Names like Jones, Green, Gift, Benoit, Warner, Trim, Spence, and Rollux, just to name a few. But those were the businesses of times past, a lot of which still exist today in one form or another. Businesses that grew to support entire families, down to 2 and 3 generations. So what of today? Who are today's entrepreneurs? Who are Tobago's young entrepreneurs? Well, join us as we visit a few of them.
Anthea's Treasure Trove was born out of disappointment after returning home, studying abroad, thinking that the choice of degree that I pursued was one that would allow me lots of marketability. I realized it didn't, and I decided instead of just being depressed about getting that news, I would focus on utilizing my background in microbiology and biochemistry to formulate bath and body products using local ingredients found right here in Tobago. It started in 2007. Yeah. But first it was like part-time. When I realized the desire of persons to use organic, local bath and body products, I used $100 which I had and just started to give soaps and promote it to persons who were owning other retail outlets in the hospitality industry, giving to friends and relatives, and the feedback was so overwhelming that I just went on from there. Getting a positive feedback from local customers, meaning that they will feel like, oh, that's a Tobago girl. She making soap. You know, sometimes people, because they don't embrace local, they feel whatever comes from overseas is better. That was one of my greatest challenges. I remember in the early days, I would walk around Market Square and I'll be introducing persons to the products, and many times they would laugh at me and they would make all sorts of statements. What could your soap do? Could it take away blight? Could it do this? Does it lather? Does it this? I could understand the skepticism, but sometimes if I didn't have my focus, I would have really given up on the dream. Because persons were sometimes, to say the least, very negative in their feedback. Another thing that is great about having your own business is that you, as the ones in the management position, could decide, okay, we want to focus on supporting different local organizations, and that is a very big thing for us. Because we think that even though it's great to make a profit, it's more important to really contribute to others and to see others succeed in their dreams. Sometimes you meet persons who believe you're a business person and you have the world of money, which is not necessarily the case. Just like other persons, you have needs. Sometimes you have overwhelming expenses to cover. And it is not a fair statement to say because you have a business, you have money. That is not true. What I would advise anyone wanting to start a business is to do the research. Find out what exactly is needed of you. Ensure that you're able to make the necessary sacrifices. Be willing to make that commitment to seeing your idea realized, and trust in God. That's my biggest advice, trust in God. Determination. I would tell anybody interested in doing a business that it is not going to be easy. However, if you have a clear goal as to what you want, if you are determined to achieve your dream, if you surround yourself with persons who are like-minded and you trust in God for Him to give you direction and strength for those difficult moments, you can make it.
Nat Johnson Multimedia was, I would say, to some extent, a mistake, right? A mistake that worked. When I was in Trinidad, whilst I was working in Trinidad, I would have resigned from a job that I was doing there. One of the best jobs I would have been, the fields that I realized that this is where I should be in the media and whatnot. And when I resigned, I got an overwhelming response from persons because at that time I was the entertainment producer there. And I would have gotten an overwhelming response from persons for various jobs. And at that time I was like, wow, I didn't realize so many people were noticing my work. So I wanted to do all of them, but I couldn't do all of them. But I could. So I was now wondering, okay, how do I do this? So I started to freelance, which I did. But then whilst freelancing, I was saying to myself, I need to give this a name, because, I don't even give the people a receipt. I just everything just kept leading into a next and a next. And eventually, after saying, okay, let me give these people a receipt, then putting a name on the receipt, then it became Nat Johnson. Without even any hard thoughts or anything, Nat Johnson Multimedia was birthed in 2009. Initially, I would have taken a grant from business development units who would have supplied the first camera which we started work with. And, again, the need to just be better, and to do more just kept coming in my mind. And I said, okay, they are now offering me $250,000, and I'm like, okay, I never even borrowed that kind of money before. How? Why? How am I going to repay this? But then I'm saying to myself, why do I have these fears within me when I'm feeling like I really want to do this thing? My biggest challenge, I would say, is collections and bookkeeping. And I want to say this because people think that business owners and entrepreneurs, they have it going on. We have it together, hey, he or she have money or whatever. No, we actually don't. And truly, a lot of other businesses or the persons who come to our businesses to utilize our services, they are the ones that contribute to that. It's automatic that if I go to the grocery store, I have to pay for my groceries. So when you come to our business places, please pay for your services that you would have utilized. I could go home right now, yes, and sleep. But then I would not be very productive. Yes, it's an advantage just because we work so hard. We work the longest. When persons come in 8 to 4, 9 to 5, we are there from 7 to 7 or even longer, and which is okay. So the advantage is that you can now be more flexible in what you do and how you do it as an individual. I have not taken vacation for quite some time. I want to sleep. I do. But I just have to wait until a holiday comes about to utilize that. That's in itself, sometimes on holidays we have to work. As an entrepreneur, is that sometimes you end up doing everything. You are your administration, you are your receptionist, you are your accountant, your editor and whatnot. In my case, I am really thankful that I'm able to do all the services that we offer. But of course, there are times that I really cannot do all, but it's a good thing to also, whatever you offer, that you're able to do it yourself. I would say faith. Evidence of things hoped for. You understand? But whilst you're having that faith, you must also have resilience. Because I would have gone through so many ups and downs, and I could have, at that time, say, listen, I'm not going to do this again. This is too much. But I kept bouncing back, and you have to keep bouncing back, knowing that you have to go through these trials, the tribulations, the ups, the downs, in order to build into who you want to become.
I At first I was just into catering from home, because I like to cook and that kind of stuff, but I was looking for a business that had a smaller startup cost. So I tried doubles, but then I'm black. The people who normally sell doubles are Indians. And I wanted to see if I could come up with a catch that would make people come to me just to taste my doubles. So I tried the chicken and the shrimp, and after a while people liked those things, and then I brought in the goat. First day I sold doubles was November 1st, 2016. Well, to be honest, I didn't have much. I had my car, and I used to run private taxi on the road, and I bought all this stuff. I had a friend helping me at the time, but I don't know, we just couldn't agree at first. So it came to the point where I had to do it on my own. I used to do it on my own, and then I had to hire a worker, but at first people would sound like they want to have a job, but then when they actually have to do work, they start to slack off and that kind of stuff. So right now I'm by myself. Staffing is the biggest challenge, because like I said, people don't want to work. They just say that they want to work, and then when they come, they can't do the work. And then for me, I find that doesn't make any sense, because if I could do all by myself, and then I hire you to do a little small part, what's the problem? Well, I would say the advantages are you can basically choose how much money you want to make, because it's how much work you put in, that's how much money you'll get in the end. If you have a good product, at the end of the day, you will sell. But the disadvantages are that if anything goes wrong, everything is on your head. Just do it. Don't even think, just do it. And when you're in this situation, then you could sort around and put yourself in a position where you're better. But starting is the point where you have to actually come to make anything happen. Perseverance. Well, because you don't plan things, but things will go wrong all the time. All the time. And you have to have the kind of mentality where you have to just stick it through and make sure it happens. Because it has to happen.
Welcome to the Scarborough Library facility. Here we utilize the latest technology to bring you library and information services. Once inside, the staff at the information desk will direct you to the relevant department. And now, our CSR Darian will help you through the registration process.
Hi, good day. Ready to register?
Hi, good afternoon, yes.
Can you see your documents? One completed form, photo identification, and utility bill?
Yes.
Thanks much. This is your library card. It displays your user ID as well as your barcode. This information is also reflected on the reverse side. If you'd like, you can tear along the perforated line to detach the two pieces. This can be kept in your keychain, the other can be kept in your wallet or your purse.
But the Scarborough Library facility is so much more than just physical books. Once registered, you can log on to our website at library.diaz.gov.tt. Scroll down to select the NALIS link. Once you are connected to the NALIS website, you can then download the Overdrive app to your Apple or Android devices. Using your personal account, you can borrow ebooks and access online databases. Renewal of physical books can also be done online. The new Scarborough Library facility will revolutionize your library experience, where information inspires innovation.